Hi everybody, good morning and welcome to a new video. This week I am going to be doing the switching my screen time for reading challenge, but I decided to just do it for social media because when I'm like using maps or listening to music and things like that, I'm not counting that as like sitting on my phone. So I'm doing it under the category of social media. Now I film on my phone, which is where everything is, of course. So I'm going to have screenshots and videos and stuff of me using my timer and whatnot. So for the whole of last week, which I was on spring break, so I think my number of on social media is just a lot higher. And it is 20 hours and 36 minutes. Now for 7 days. So I'm gonna start on Monday and probably go to Friday, maybe Sunday if I don't make it, but we'll see. I'm going to be doing 20 hours and 36 minutes. I don't know really what I'm going to read. I have like my spring TBR over here. I do have like 6 books that I just recently got in the last week. So we'll see what I read, but right now I am about 52-ish% through Ruthless Vows, so I'm actually going to just go ahead and finish that first. And I think I have, my Kindle says like 8 hours left, so by today or tomorrow. I also start my job tomorrow, after finishing school. This is my first job in the medical field that I went to school for, so I'm really excited. You can hear my dog barking. My dad's probably out there. He's barking at him. Anyway, so yeah, that's just my little update. I only read for like 15 minutes today. He's gonna start yard work, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. Today I'm getting ready for my work week, so, and then we get off spring break tomorrow, me and my dog. So I'm going to do a lot of my chores and stuff now and see how much I can read. But I need to go before it gets too loud, and I will see you guys when I have a little bit of an update. Hey, I just wanted to do a little bit of an update today. It is about 5 o'clock. I'm still going to read a little bit more, but probably not a ton. Like I said already that I am reading Ruthless Vows. I've been reading this for a while. I was having like kind of a hard time from absolutely loving the first one, and then I was just kind of having a little bit of a hard time, but it is picking up and I'm like, oh, I'm on page 302, so it's really getting places. But I was reading it on my mom's Kindle because my mom bought it, and so I've been reading it on her Kindle instead of mine. So I've been reading it on there, but here I have just a little bit left. I'm like 67% through. I think I have like 5 hours left, which I'm not gonna finish it today, but hopefully tomorrow. I wanted to do a quick update, and I will update you guys in the morning how much further I can get today. I'm at 17 hours and 30 minutes, and I can probably read for another 30 minutes at least. So my goal was to get to at least 17, and I did. So, and I will read a little bit more, so I'll update you guys in the morning. Hey guys, good morning. Let me see if I can set you up in here. I haven't seen you in a couple days. Today's Thursday, and because I worked the last 2 days, got a new job, started working. Since I had been a student, I got a job after being a student, obviously, and so I haven't really read. I think in the last 2 days I've read maybe an hour, so I'm at like 15 hours and 40 minutes left. I can put it up here, but I'm tired, and I wanted to finish this book so bad on Monday, but I didn't make it. And since I worked Tuesday and Wednesday, today I go in at 12, so I'm actually sitting here waiting for my daughter at speech therapy, and then I sit here and wait for her to be done, and then I take her to school because they're 2 different schools. She's in preschool, but she does speech therapy at an elementary school, so I pick her up from speech and take her to school. I don't think you needed that big of an explanation, but I'm gonna sit here. I have about 30 minutes to sit and read. I'm still reading Ruthless Vows. I wanted to finish it so badly, but it's just taking me a while. And I think I still have like 2.5 hours left of it, but I don't think I really read that slow because I'm on 359 of 420 and it's telling me that it's going to take me almost 3 hours. But it's probably because I only read like a chapter and then I have to put it down, because like yesterday on my lunch break I read a chapter while I was eating lunch and then I had to stop. So I haven't been able to just sit and read for a long time. I pretty much do it in like 20 to 30 minute parts. But I'm gonna go ahead and try and read as much as I can again in the next like 30 minutes before I take her to school, and then I'll have a little bit of time after, so I'm hoping that I can probably finish this before I start work at 12. But again, there's stuff that I have to do before work to get myself ready for work, and then I don't get off until 8:30, so I don't see myself reading in the evening, because then I have to get home and get my daughter ready for bed and get ready for tomorrow. We'll see how all this goes. It probably wasn't the smartest idea to film this video in my first week of work, but I have noticed that obviously me working and I'm reading more like when I get off, trying to anyway, and I'm not saying my phone during my breaks. So my social media screen time is obviously way less than it was last week, but also I was on spring break last week, so I was on my phone like way more than I usually am because I wasn't in school or anything. So yeah, I don't know. Trying to do this on my first week of work was not the smartest, but I can still go into next week. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to end this video when I finish the 15 hours and I can see how many books I read, because I'm kind of ready to move on, and I feel bad because I'm enjoying it. But if you've read Ruthless Vows, it's the second one to Divine Rivals, and I loved Divine Rivals. It's probably going to be one of my favorite books of the year. I read it in January or February. I think January. I can't remember. Maybe January. And I started Ruthless Vows literally last month, and I put it down and I read like 4 other books, and then now I'm trying to pick it up again because I'm reading it with my sisters and my mom, and we want to meet up to talk about it, and I'm the only one that hasn't finished Ruthless Vows, so I'm like, come on. So that's why I'm like really trying to finish it, and I'm enjoying it. It's just not the same as the first one, and it's not hitting me the same way as the first one did. And I think, I don't want to spoil anything, but the first one was a lot about romance, like a lot about the romance that was going on, and you only got like snippets of like the war and the gods and, you know, all that stuff that makes it fantasy, I guess. And the second one is a lot about the war, and it's kind of opposite. This one is more about the war, and then you get like the snippets of romance in the back. But I do say the friend that she makes in the first book, I think her name is Addie, and it would be really fun to have a book about her, because she's in it quite a few, but she's still kind of like in the back. She's her friend and everything, but she's still like kind of back there. She's not like a main character, but she is in it a lot, but you don't really get much about her, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it would be fun to have a book about her. I don't know if that would ever be a thing, but her having a little bit of a romance would be fun, because if you've read it, you know, you think that there's something going on. That's not spoiling anything because she is like a side character, but it would be fun to have a story about her. I'm losing time to read, so I'm going to go ahead and read, and I don't know, maybe I'll update you when I'm done, because at this rate I don't know when I'm going to see you again, so we'll just see. I'll probably see you when I'm done, if I ever seem to finish this book. Happy Monday. It's been a few days and I think it's safe to say that I failed this, but I'm gonna keep going. I was questioning if I should keep going, but I am. I'm halfway. I'm at 10 hours and 30 minutes. And so today's Monday. I've been doing this for a week already. I only got halfway through my hours. And yeah, that's just where I am. I finished reading Ruthless Vows, so that was a big accomplishment. I didn't love it, but I did still give it 4 stars because I love Iris and Roman. I love them so much. And I kind of just wish, I feel like book 1 and 2 could have still been 2 books, but I think like they needed to be like half and half, because the first one was a lot about the romance, the second one was a lot about war. And I think if like the first one was half romance, half war, and then the second one was half and half, it would have been just a lot better instead of having like 1 book on this and 1 book on that, if that makes any sense. So I finished that one, and I have a little bit of a haul, but the first one I'm going to show you is the one that I'm currently reading right now. It's called The Golden Spoon, and I'm only 48 pages in, which is, I don't know the chapter, they're just chapter names, so I don't know what number chapter I am. But this is about a like baking competition, and so there's 6 contestants and they're in a baking competition, like super big, popular. And I'm assuming somebody comes up dead and they need to figure out who it is. I'm not there yet, we're still just meeting the contestants. But I think it's gonna be fun to, you know, read about a competition and it be a little bit of a mystery. So I'm excited. It's not very long. I just haven't been able to sit down and like prioritize reading this weekend. I had this weekend off of work, so I was really just with my baby the whole time. And I have a few days off this week, so, but then I work the weekend, so we're just all over the place right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and get 10 hours within this week. We'll see. But that one was buy one get one half off at Barnes and Nobles, so I grabbed You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. I read one of her other books. Let me see. The Perfect Marriage. Yeah, and she says, the girl I was, one of us is dead, you shouldn't have come here, which is this one. I kind of want to read One of Us is Dead, but so I grabbed this one as well. I don't know what it's about. Grace Evans, an overworked New Yorker looking for a total escape from her busy life, books an Airbnb on a ranch in the middle of Wyoming. When she arrives at the idyllic getaway, she's pleased to find that the owner is a handsome man by the name of Calvin Wells, and he's eager to introduce her to his easygoing way of life. But there are things Grace discovers that she's not too pleased about: a lack of cell phone service, a missing woman, and a feeling that something isn't right with the ranch. This sounds so good. I like reading books in Wyoming. All of my like cowboy romances that I was reading are in Wyoming, so that'll be fun. And then for Easter, my mom gave me Happily Never After, and this one's new too, but once, like, what I really understand about this is that, you know, like when you're getting married and then they ask if anybody objects to the marriage or, you know, whatever. I guess one of them, I can't remember if it's her or him, I don't know. I try to go in as blind as possible, but this is just a review that I heard from somebody. But one of them, you can pay to go and object the wedding or something, and that's what they're doing, and something like that. And then I ordered a few on Amazon. There's one called Beartown, which is in the kitchen. I'm not gonna go get that. It's like a hockey small town romance that I'm excited to read. And then I got Apples Never Fall, because it's a TV series or a movie. I think it's a series, so I'm excited to read that one. I have The Great Alone. I'm so excited. I saw a few people reviewing this book and multiple of her books. She's very popular, but I haven't read any of them. My sister read a few of her books, not this one, but she's read a few of them and she really enjoys them too, so I'm excited to jump into one of her books. And then this was my last time I went to Barnes & Nobles. I got The Mystery Writer. I guess somebody passes away and she was writing, I don't know, I'm not even gonna try and guess because I might butcher it and give you something that's false, but the mystery writer. And then I got The Lady He Lost, and this is like involves like a shipwreck and a bunch of other things, so I'm really excited. I actually kind of want to read this one. I'm having a hard time with the baking competition one. Not that it's bad, but I'm 100% a mood reader, so maybe I'll try something else and see if I can get through that one faster. But we'll see. I just kind of wanted to share the books that I've gotten recently and where I'm at. I have 10 hours left. I'm gonna read a little bit before I have to start getting ready for work. Or should I read Happily Never After, because that one's short too. We'll see. I'll let you know when I decide. I'm tired and I'm having a hard time making up my mind. So that's my little update, and I will see you when I make a little bit more progress on anything. Hey guys, sorry about the sun, like it is so bright, but I have not made any progress whatsoever. It's Thursday. No, it's Tuesday. Just say it's Thursday. Okay, it's only Tuesday. So it's been a week now since I've started this video. I read 10 hours last week. So I feel like that's still good, but like I got 20 hours of social media screen time the week before, but I was on spring break, so I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace and finish the next 10 hours this week. But I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to read, and I don't have a lot of time to read, so I'm trying to really pick something that is going to like be fast and like I can't put down. I need something that I don't want to put down, because then I'm just having a hard time. I need something to grab me. So I decided to try and read Book Eaters. Truth is found between the stories we are fed and the stories we hunger for. Out on the Yorkshire moors lives a secret line of people for whom books are food, and who retain all of a book's content after eating it. To them, spy novels are a peppery snack, romance novels are sweet and delicious, eating a map can help them remember destinations, and children, when they misbehave, are forced to eat dry, musty pages from dictionaries. Devon is part of the family, an old and reclusive clan of book eaters. Her brother grows up feasting on stories of valor and adventure, and Devon, like all other book women, is raised on a carefully curated diet of fairy tales and cautionary stories. But real life doesn't always come with happy endings, as Devon learns when her son is born with a rare and darker kind of hunger, not for books, but for human minds. That just sounds literally amazing, and I've had this on my TBR for a little bit. I got it at Book Outlet, and I've known about it for a long time, and then it was on Book Outlet for when they were having like one of their really good sales, so I bought it. And it just sounded so good to me, so I'm wondering if this is something that could just like grab me. I need something to fully take my attention, and I haven't found that. And I think Ruthless Vows, like I just wasn't in love with that book, and I don't know if it like did something to my brain or what, and I need to get out of it, because I just didn't love that one. And so I just really need to love a book. So praying that this one's it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot while my daughter's in speech, so I'll have about 30 minutes to read a little bit, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Next group outing. We are the ideal spot for team building, corporate events, holiday parties, and so much more. We have fully customizable packages to fit your group's needs. To learn.
So I'm back from all the shenanigans done today. It is so hot outside, to say the least. Like, holy moly. We've had a hailstorm this past weekend, and our weather has just been all over the place, and now it's hot, but it's supposed to rain again this weekend, so it's kind of like, oh my gosh. I thought there was a sticker on me. Anywho, we went and went jumping, and then we went out to eat. We went to Black Bear, I was gonna say breakfast or lunch, but she got breakfast and I got lunch, so. And then we went to Target because they are having buy 2 get 1 free on the books. And so I had to go see what was up. And of course I got 3 here. First one is I've been wanting to read The Fake Mate. I heard he was like a werewolf or something and has to get married, and because he's like the leader of the pack and he has to get married. Oh, it's the author of The Nanny. I really want to read The Nanny too. But I got The Fake Mate and I'm really excited because he's like a doctor, I'm assuming. And then got 2 little thrillers. I will always read Frida McFadden one by one because it was there and it looked good. The other one that they have is The Locked Door. On the back, I've read The Coworker, Never Lie, and Inmate, and then there's The Locked Door, so it's between this one and The Locked Door. But I just grabbed this one because I've heard good things about it. And then this one, Then She Was Gone, by Lisa Jewell. So I've heard of Lisa Jewell a lot, and I've seen this book all over the place. But, sorry, I'm breathing so hard. Okay, so I ran into a girl in the aisles of Target, and we were both standing there like, oh my gosh, there's so many books to look at, right? Especially when there's a sale, you have a hard time. So buy 2, get 1 free, like you have to at least get 3, and it's hard to, I had a hard time narrowing it down to just 3. So we were both just standing there like looking at the books, and she was like, this is such a hard decision. I was like, girl, I know. And so we were trying, like, pointing out books to each other, and she said that she likes romance and thriller, and I said, dude, me too. And I said, I go back and forth, like, if I read too many romances, I, like, can't do it anymore, and I need to read a thriller. And she said she felt the same way, that usually she'll read, like, a romance and a thriller at the same time. So I was like, girl, we are on the same page here. And she said that she just finished reading this one, Then She Was Gone, and she said, wow, you need to read it. And so I grabbed it and I said, I am going to take your word for it and take your recommendation. She said that she loses her daughter, like kidnapped or something. And then I think it's like she gets a boyfriend. I'm trying to remember how she explained it to me. Like, I'm coming, babe. And then the mom, hold on. Okay, so where was I? Daughter was calling me. Okay, Then She Was Gone. So I'm assuming, I think she said boyfriend, so her mom meets a guy, her boyfriend meets his daughters, and she said this kid was a spitting image of the mom, so she's really just trying to figure things out. So that was the kind of explanation that she gave me. And then I also ordered The 7-Year Slip because my sisters and my mom and I, we've been doing like a book club. We did Divine Rivals, Ruthless Vows, and then, but Ruthless Vows wasn't really on the list, but we all just read both of them. And then we're doing The 7-Year Slip, but I ordered that one, and that should be here tomorrow. So, haven't read anything yet today, but I got 3 new friends, and I'll let you know what else we get up to today. Friends, hopefully I know this is a lot over here. Hopefully it's okay. We meet again at speech. That seems to be the only time that I read and talk to you guys. I'm sorry. It's just been rough. It is Thursday. We're at speech, and ever since I finished Ruthless Vows, I have been having a hard time. Like a really hard time. Because I will read like a chapter and then put the book down, and that's how I still get my time. It's like sometime, because I'm at 8 hours and 15 minutes right now, so I've gotten through some time this week, but I'll read a chapter and then I'll put it down, and then I'll read a chapter and then I'll put it down, and I'll pick up a new book, read a chapter, put it down. So usually when I'm feeling that way, also look at how cute this is. Got a Barbie one. I got it for my Kindle, but it fits like really small paperbacks too, because it's tiny. This is my Kindle, because I wanted something to like put, because I have a case, like this is the case on it, but I kind of wanted to put this and then be able to throw it in my bag, but I did put like a small paperback in there too. It barely doesn't fit. But whenever I get in the moods like this, because I'm not really in a reading slump, I want to read, but I think I don't have nearly as much time. Well, I know for a fact I don't have nearly as much time to read as I did before when I was reading a few books a week. And I think that I've been having a hard time because I can't just sit down and read a whole lot at one time. I'm kind of picking it up in like 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 10 minutes. You know, like I don't have time to like sit down and actually like binge a good portion of a book. And hopefully I can with this book, because every time I'm in any type of mood, I don't want to read, or I'm having a hard time getting into a book, I read a Frida McFadden book, and it's helped every single time get me back. Target is having a buy two get one free. I don't know if it'll still be going on. I don't know how long it lasts, but I went yesterday and picked up this one by one by her, so I'm really excited. So I'm just hoping that this will bring me back, and it's less than 300 pages. It is 258. So I'm really hoping this just gets me back into it. And today I should be getting a new book in the mail for my book club that I'm doing with my sisters and my mom. So I'm gonna probably read that one next, because I'm excited to read that one, but I just need to read something to get through my 8 hours. Will this take me 8 hours? I don't know. We'll just have to see how long guys, I don't know. Guys, I'm just trying to make it. That's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and read, and I'll let you know if this one sticks or not, because I don't know. Will I be going into week 3 trying to get to 20 hours? There's a good possibility. We'll see. It's been like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm on page 24, which is chapter 4, and I think this is it. Frida McFadden always does what I need, like just what I need, you know? And so this is, I kind of read the synopsis already, but right now they are going on this trip to the woods, and right now they're just picking everybody up because she has a minivan, so they're the ones driving and whatnot. Kids just got picked up by the aunt. They are just driving there. Just 4 hours to this hotel. She told him that she got them separate rooms, and he's like, what the heck? And she's like, it's not like we care to be together anyway, so why does it matter? But I just took the sticker off. Can you tell? How annoying is that? Anyway, I think this is it, because I don't want to stop reading, but I need to go get my child from speech and get her to school, and then I immediately have to go to work. So hopefully I'll have to go straight to work from dropping her off at school. I'm hoping that I'm able to read like on my breaks or something, but we'll see. We'll just see what happens, but I am obviously enjoying it. I will read literally anything that Frida McFadden puts out. I recently read The Coworker and The Teacher. I read both of them within like a week, and I freaking love her. I freaking love her books. I love a good psychological thriller where you're questioning everything, and then while you're reading it, you're like, wait, was I the one that did all that? Like, as you're reading the story, you know? But anywho, we're gonna get on. Hopefully I can read a little bit on my breaks, and yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'll see you when I have a little bit of an update, or when I do a lot more of my time. Got 7-ish hours left, and I'm just like 7 hours to finish in the next few days. I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll just see. Fingers crossed. Hey guys, good morning. Hopefully the car's not too loud, you can hear me. Today's Sunday, I've worked all weekend, and so I haven't gotten a lot of reading done because I'm also taking a test on Tuesday, and I've been trying to study on it, but every time I work, I go straight home and I'm with my daughter, you know, we eat and we go to bed, and I don't read or study or anything like that, and I've been struggling a little bit. But I just stopped at Starbucks to get a Starbucks, because yesterday I got a Starbucks for Saturday. Today I got a Starbucks to get me through the weekend. I'm so tired, guys. It's rough. It's rough out here. But I'm in the Starbucks parking lot and I'm about to go drive. I'm literally in the same parking lot as my work. But it's like across. I'm gonna go park at work, but I've been doing this for 2 weeks now and I still have 5.5 hours left. I know that I can get through 5.5 hours this week. I work like shorter shifts because I work to the weekend, so it kind of switches. The weekends that I work, the days during the week are just like a little bit shorter. And then the weekends that I don't work, I have longer shifts during the week. So that's something that I've discovered. But like in every clip, I've been having a hard time figuring out what to read, and I've been putting stuff down. But this book on my Kindle is a book that I've been reading for a long time because it was like a book that I would only read like a chapter at night or something. But I am reading King of Wrath, and it's the first in a series, and I'm 63% through. I have 4 hours left in the book. So if I finish this one, then I'll barely have any time left on my timer because I've started so many books and put them down that it's taken up some of my time instead of just picking up a book and finishing it. That's my struggle. And I think because I'm like so tired and so stressed about literally everything in life that I've been having a hard time focusing. And I watched this video on TikTok and she said that she's been struggling with her attention span, that it's like super short, which is probably why we watch TikTok anyway. But she said that she's gonna start trying to read a book a week, which I can easily read a book a week. I've just been struggling. Sometimes I read 2 books a week. It just depends, but right now I've just been struggling since I started this job. But she said to help her attention span, she was starting to read a book a week, and I think I need to start making that my goal. That was my goal at the beginning of the year, and I was doing pretty good until now. So I think I'm going to try and start focusing on that a little bit more, so that I can bring back my attention span and being able to read, because I'll read like a chapter and then it's not even like I go on my phone, I'm just like, I zone out. So my attention span is getting pretty short. So either way, I am still reading that book. I have 4 hours left, so eventually I'll finish it in this video. But I hate that it's taken me so long to film this, but whatever. Hopefully it's not so boring that you can't stand it. But we'll see. Give you some updates. There's people looking at me and they probably think I'm weird in the drive-thru because I keep laughing at my phone. I could be FaceTiming. You never know. Okay, I gotta go to work, but I'll see you later. I hope this isn't just like literally terrible because, and it's so bright. Should I just, no. I'm sorry guys, but I wanted to go ahead and update you guys because I finished the 20 hours and however many minutes it was yesterday, and it took me just about 3 weeks to finish it, which is crazy. But I did just start a new job, which is I'm in the parking lot of right now. That's why you're kind of down here, because I didn't want to, one, show my work or have anybody see me from work. So I wanted to talk about the books that I finished. So I was trying to figure out what I had finished in this video, and I actually finished like halves of books. So first I finished Ruthless Vows, but I think I was already like halfway through that book, and I think I would have read more in this video, but that one I was just reading so slow. I think I rated it 3 stars, but only because I love Roman and Iris. I just absolutely love them so much, so that's why it got a 3. But I think if it wasn't for my book club, I probably wouldn't have finished the book, if I'm being completely honest. But I had it in a book club with my sisters and my mom, and then hopefully my car wasn't too loud that whole time. But so I finished that, and then I finished Kings of Wrath, which I actually don't know if I've reviewed it with you guys or not, but I was probably 30% through in that one, and I finished it obviously, and I was really enjoying it. I can't remember off the top of my head what I rated it now, 3 or 4, but it was just too long. It was like 400-page book, and it was just far too long. I think if it was like 300 pages, I would have liked it 1,000 times better. But it was just getting like, okay, come on. It was like an arranged marriage, enemies to lovers, like all those things. But it was just taking far too long and got really slow in the middle. And then the ending was okay, but it was just like too long. And then I was actually reading the 7-Year Slip, but I'm reading it kind of slow because I don't have to have that one read until like the middle of May. And so I thought I would read it like a little bit and annotate it like a whole bunch so that I have a lot to talk about, because that's my next book for my book club. But so I started to do one by one, and I'm actually on page 179. So I'm so close to being done. I think I have like 45 minutes left to read it, because I was reading it on my Kindle, and I had the audiobook, and I have maybe 50 minutes left depending on how fast I read. So I'm going to finish this one today. I was gonna wait to film this until after I finish reading it, but it's about a group of 6 friends, 3 couples, so 2, and they are gonna go on this vacation. So it's a couple, and then her best friend from college and her boyfriend, and then his best friend from college and his wife. So that's all of them, and it's like the main couple and like their friends and their spouses coming as well. And their car breaks down because it's like in the middle of the woods, but they're trying to get to the hotel, and the car breaks down, and they're pretty much disappearing or not alive anymore, one by one. And it goes between Claire, which is the main woman, and then it goes against like an anonymous, and I'm trying to figure out who the anonymous person is, because I'm assuming if whoever the anonymous person is the person doing it. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just my theory. And reading through this book, every time I read like the anonymous, and then I'm reading like through Claire, like what's going on, I'm always like, okay, that's the person, that's who anonymous is. And but I honestly have no idea who it could be. So yeah, all she is trying to do is survive and get home, because they're in the middle of the woods, and they're trying to find their way back, because when their car broke down, they were just going to walk to the inn, but it's been like several days so far, and they keep dropping off one by one, you know. I'm not gonna get into too many details, obviously, but yeah, that's what's happening, and I can't wait to finish it. I'm so close. But I'll probably finish it today. I have like 15 minutes to read right now, so I'll probably do that. I'll probably hop back in here once I finish this, just to give like my last review of it and then go ahead and end. But I am past my 20 hours, but since I had already started this in this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off.